come, other opportunities will come. Because you are, Mason. Let me tell you, citizens, y'all are sitting in an opportunity zone, as was stated. Opportunity zones are afforded people who want to invest. You don't have to accept any kind of money. You can make a decision to build something great here in Mason, or you can decide to have an ICE detention center. Citizens, what say you? So when we think about it, it was already said if it was good enough when they were here before, why didn't it work? And who believes that it's going to work this time for the benefit of your children, your grandchildren, and even those that are here right now? So I'm sure that the aldermen are praying people, and I'm just wondering, have you prayed to your God?
Thank you. Stacy Trotter.
Good evening. Good evening. I just wanted to hip y'all to a little bit of knowledge when it comes to these contracts. As of July 27th of this year, ICE had 56,945 people detained in their custody. 71% of them have been innocent people with no more than a traffic citation to their name. The reason for that is because of the amount of contracts that have been issued to places like Core Civic. Core Civic has about 80% of the contracts right now for ICE. Under that, billions have been appropriated to them. More recently, they just had a little over $1.5 billion appropriated to them to privatize the handling of ICE. While they're doing that, in these contracts, there's a little language in there. It's a little language in there called a per bed quota. With that per bed quota, that gives them a little bit of wiggle room. That wiggle room allows them to be able to say, hey, we have room for 600 people. ICE is going to pay us for 600 people, even if we got 400 in here. And with that additional money, that gives me the opportunity to go into small towns like Mason, Tennessee, and get into the pocket of their leadership.
Thank you. Eloise Thompson. Eloise Thompson. No. Casey Bryant. Oh, she's coming. I'm sorry. Thompson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eloise Link Thompson. I'm a Fayette County resident, Mason, about 3 miles from where we are now. And let me just make a point. The detention center is 1 mile from where we are. The center of the town of Mason, 1 mile. I'm here today to message as best I can my no to Mason becoming a for-profit center for human suffering. And we need to understand that that is what we're talking about. I also believe very much so. It may be my immigrant neighbors right now. I'm next. I hear that very loud and clear as a fifth generation resident of this area. I've gone, come back. Still have family in the area where my family started those generations ago before 1870. I have members, there were members of my family who were part of the first ones in Tent City. There are so many pieces of what is happening right now that resonates in the back of my mind of my grandparents, my great-grandparents, what they went through. This is no joke. I'm asking we take this very seriously of what we may be looking at moving forward, and act that we look at our options. We have alternatives here. And for those who spoke about looking at other ways of our having the economic growth and development that are available, there are those opportunities that speak more to the character of who we are. And I'm asking that we do that. I stand with those who will. Thank you.
Thank you. Casey Bryant.
Hello, my name is Casey Bryant. I am an immigration attorney, so I know very well what's about to happen here in Mason. I have been doing immigration law for about 10 years, and I've talked to hundreds of immigrant people and know their stories. And their stories are just like our stories. And something like the West Tennessee Detention Facility being here in Mason doesn't just affect Mason. It isn't just a decision for the people of Mason. It's for the people of the entire region. People from Tennessee, people from Arkansas, people from Mississippi are going to be detained here. And it's not going to be the same people that are already detained. It's going to be new people because there's more beds still. There's going to be more people on the streets. There's going to be more militarization of our communities. And people of color already know that militarization of our communities is not good for communities. It doesn't make people feel safe. It doesn't create space for people to learn and grow and thrive. And communities like Mason aren't going to thrive with this kind of center here as proposed. And so I want to just have you guys consider what really is at stake for the community of Mason. It's more than just money. People have value way beyond what is their economic value. And, you know, it's really small thinking. To just think about what can happen today, to think about what can happen tomorrow. Think about what our communities could look like if we have an expansive vision of diversity and we have an expansive vision of communities here in Mason, here in West Tennessee, here in the Mid-South, here in the United States. Thank you.
We hear most of the comments, and I can comment about what the people talk. Everybody hear me? Hear me now? I want to ask everybody, whatever against, and he say no before Pacific coming out. You hear me? You hear me? Hello? You hear me? You hear me now? Okay, I want to talk with everybody, say against, say for Pacific coming here. I want to talk about some facts, okay? This facility is built over 35 years, and it used to be for immigration. And I have been here for 27 years in Mason, and never see any dangerous or bad people, and everybody just talking about rumors, all this kind of stuff. They don't supposed to be there, whatever it is. Okay, if we're not gonna use this facility for ICE, okay, do you want to put some criminal, a killer, people selling drugs, put it down here? So we have to use the facility either way. We're not talking about the policy. Did you know the town of Mason is not making any kind of policy? We don't have nothing to do with any policy. I agree with you, working hard about what's going on, but we don't, the town of Mason, we don't have any control over it. So, end of the day, I'm requesting the board to make a vote. Yeah, no, and anybody, you make a vote, you say, you raise your names, and you raise your hand, and you say it. Thank you. I need a motion to accept the contract between Town of Mason and the Coal Pacific. What? having the list. Maybe with the second one, or the second contract, we'll talk about it. Okay, I need a motion. I need a motion to accept the contract between the County of Mason and the Core Pacific. I need a motion to accept the contract. What? I don't see anybody who go by the list up there. We have a list up there. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Opened that prison. The prison was opened by CCA, West Tennessee Detention Facility. It was contracted for U.S. Marshal and INS, Immigration Naturalization Services. It was contracted for that. Then after that contract went up, it was used to house D.C. inmates. And after D.C., it was Virgin Islands. And I think the reason why it was closed is when Biden took office, they closed all private prisons down. But because of CCA, we got a better waste management system. We also got a new water tower, and we got a new water infrastructure for the town of Mason. So there's a lot of the stuff that CCA did for Mason that nobody's talking about. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. I need a vote. I need a motion to accept the approval for the contract between Core Pacific and the Town of Mason. I have first by Alderman Harris. I need a second, please. I have a second by Ms. Catron. Any more discussion? I need a vote, please. Vice Mayor.
I apologize for everyone, but I also thank everyone who took time here to come and voice your concerns. This is a very, very volatile situation. We all here with heavy hearts, and there is a motion on the floor. I understand I'm out of order, but there's one thing I want to say. I wanted to hear from some of our Mason residents, some people who actually live here, to speak up and give their point of view. I've lived here for 20 years, right across the street from this same facility. And we've been here weighing the pros and cons since March 17th of reopening this facility. We've asked for the public, what they think, what our neighbors think, and we're reaching it down into our own hearts as well. Yes, there is profit that could be made also, but like it's also been said, we all have to look at ourselves in the mirror each day. The point? Okay. I'm sorry. So, we are here to represent the town of Mason and the residents. And I've heard from other people, and I also would like to hear from our own residents as well. We are trying to change the fact there's a lot of negative connotations. There's a lot of negative energy in this room right now. And we came here to try to pull each one together. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to a vote with our conscience. I thank you all. I thank you all. Thank you all. we're going to do going to have the second one up there. So he said yes.
No. Ms. Schreiber? Ms. Schreiber? Yes, please. Keep strong. No. No. Okay. Okay. Alderman River. Okay. Alderman Almoduana. I'm sorry. Thanks. Okay. I am actually. Before I just. So, yes. We have to. Listen up. Listen up. If y'all can't be quiet, you will be removed. You understand? You got a policeman right here. You got several of them. You will be removed. No, ma'am, but you will be removed. You have to. No, ma'am, just stop reading my speech. This is a meeting. You are to be quiet. Okay?
Look, we let everybody in, so let's just be peaceful, okay? Ain't no sense in screaming. We're all adults, I think, so let's wait and see what happens, okay?
Any discussion? Any somebody want to add something from the town of Mason resident? Any citizen? Yes, come on down.
Okay, he wanted to talk about the queers and what they had in the bill. They had black, they had white, they was criminals. They stole, they robbed, they raped, that's what they were for. They was not that you just getting people up off the street because you see them walking. Do y'all remember George Floyd? Y'all remember Breonna? When the police put their knee on them and killed them? Do y'all remember this? Still going on. It's still going on. So why you, because you see a color, so why you want to do something to someone that's not black or white? And I'm not racist. My best friend is a white lady. But you set up and you see all that's going on. And what we gonna talk about here? What are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
From the facility when it open,
What's going to happen?
come to jobs. If you don't got a job, the start minimum is $26. We need over 255. You're going to increase the water and the sewer for the town. You're going to pay more taxes. No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Just let me explain to you. Will be example. If the facility paying $1 for a sewer and water, it will be a $10. End of the day, everybody in the town of Mason want to fixing the road and the street, buy new equipment. We don't have any problem. So any money coming from this is the state of Tennessee recommended is we fix our utility, our street. We have right now over, we have like about 5-6 roads we have to fix. Aston Charleston Road, Gansman Lane. Okay. Yes, ma'am, this is what we need the money to fix it. What I can get from the town, it was nothing up there. You know, I don't have a store, ma'am. How can I spend my own money? I don't have it. Even if I have it, what's your problem? Do you know what any problem is? I want a job. Job. You know what job? People sitting up there not doing no job. What's the problem? You know, we don't have to argue with that. Okay. Just... Okay.
We understand that, excuse me, but we understand some of you all don't want ICE, but you're not living here in the town exactly. We want to hear from the ones that live in Mason. Excuse me, but do you live here in the town? We understand that everybody has their concerns, but we would like to hear from people that actually live here. Well, I told you, give me just a minute, please. I don't know where the money is. I work for mine every day. So, what I want to say is, I don't live in the town right now, but I own property in the town. I go to church here. I'm here all the time. We own property 1 minute from the city limits off of 59. My sister-in-law owns property right down the road from the prison. And that is not what either one of us want for the city. If they were going to do what they're doing, the small amount of money they're getting is not worth it. They need to fix the sewer, the water, all of these things need to be fixed. Our home house, the water is turned off several times, and yet they get a water bill. So these are the things that the town needs. And when you bring prisoners in, that's going to take away from it. So those are the things that we should be looking at. And the small amount of money to help the town is not enough. So those are things that the council should look at as well when you vote. Is we're trying to help the city, and the small amount of money that it's giving us is not enough. We need much, much more.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, how y'all doing? So they wanted to hear from a citizen of Mason. You got a citizen of Mason, born and raised, 112 Lucy Street. I growed up right here. I was one of the first officers at CCA that was promised $20 an hour. We made $10 an hour. I got promoted to captain in 92, 93, 94, 95. Guess how much money I made a year? Wasn't even $28,000. So if it's good for the town of Mason, it's been here for over how many years? What has changed in the town of Mason? So it was a whole lot of different aldermen that was up there. So now it's not about where you get your money from, because like you say, all money ain't good money. And I'm a 26-year veteran from the United States Army. What I see, all money ain't good money. So now, when you talk about what's good for the town, that prison ain't never been good for the town. That prison ain't been good for Whiteville. I went all the way to Arizona to control riots in Marietta, Arizona, from Mason. The first riot they had in the town, Mason, at CCA, I was working in the housing complex. Everybody else was behind the gates. I was there for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a veteran. I'm a United States Army veteran. Iraqi and Afghanistan. You understand that? So now this town need a lot. But what we need is transparency, and we need honesty and loyalty from our leaders. When we're not here, the leaders have to do what's right for the town, not what's good for the pocket, like they say. What I see as an Army veteran, I don't see no prison. I see a concentration camp. That's what I see. So now, when you sit down and say, this is good for the money, where the money at? You've been here 23 years. Where the money go? Who's in charge? It went with them because it ain't in Mason. So now, y'all want to sit up here and act like it's going to affect your children, infect their children? We all in here, black, white, all different colors. Where's the unity at? That's why I joined the service. It's supposed to fight for my freedom, my family freedom. That's not happening in the world today. All we see is division, separation, and down in the next person for their color. I didn't join the service for that. I didn't leave my family for 15 months to fight for my freedom, then I come back over here and I'm getting arrested because of my skin color. Now you want to talk about something, talk about that. But that prison is not good for nobody. And it's definitely not good for the citizen of Mason.
My son died in a Core Civic 3 years ago. Laid on the concrete floor in his cell for 3.5 hours because nobody would come by and check on him. Core Civic is a death trap. That's all they are. He sent pictures of the food that they was sending in there, and it had for human consumption on there. But not for human consumption. Excuse me, I'm a little nervous. Core Civic is nothing but a death trap. They put these people in there. They don't have the people to run it. They don't have the training to run it. They don't have the mentality to run it. They're just stupid. That's all it is about Core Civic. They're paying these higher ups, these commissioners, these mayors. These people are getting paid. They're pushing this bill through. So what we're doing here is probably for nothing. Money doesn't talk. They don't pass it. I'm sorry to say.
Well,
My name is Richard. I live on Harmony Drive here in Mason. A lot of people are talking about the money and good money, bad money, but how are we going to build our city if we don't have money with which to build with? So I support the city council. I support the city council in building this community and building jobs so that we can support our community and build the city of Mason, that we can have money, so we can improve our city's infrastructure, and that we can hire people, and that we can build this community. I support the courage of this board. Thank you very much for your time.
I just want to point out that you have to consider that the city might be sued in the future because of so many of the people being put in these facilities that don't have due due process, and they're being put in wrongly, and that is something that, of course, the prison or jail facility would be the ultimate suing, but the city here could also be responsible. So that is a consideration of a possible cost to the city. There are going to be lawsuits, and I just want to point that out. And God bless all of y'all. I know this is hard, okay? Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Teresa McBrady, and I am a resident of Mason, Tennessee. Okay. They want to bring ISIS in. I said no. Because if anyone and everyone to watch the news, who said we won't be naked as black people? So, if you think we're not, if you watch news, world news, I watch every news that come on. And yes, Donald Trump said we will be naked. When the ISIS come in, get ready to pack up. Or else get ready to dig a ditch or a hole to live in. Because this town will not be safe anymore. I have a grandson, I have a disabled daughter, I have a son, not a son, I have a husband, I have sisters, I have brothers, and I have neighbors. We do not need ISIS to come to our small town. We are in target, and if you don't believe it, if you vote him in, you will see. And saying about money, we might have money. We don't know what we got. Because all the money they said we had, where is it? I don't see no kind of profit that's been going on in Mason. All these grants we got, what happened to them? Tell me. They take it, they pocket it? That's what I believe. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mayor. My name's Jerry Langford. I'm with Core Civic. And
if people keep yelling out, you'll be escorted out one at a time.
okay. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity to speak. Few things that I want to touch on tonight about Core Civic and about our partnership here in the town of Mason. To the mayor's point, we've been here for over 35 years, and so I just want to touch on a couple of things. I understand you may care, you may not care, but I think it's important to say, and so I would just appreciate the opportunity to say it as well. I'm a Tennessean, just like y'all. I grew up in a small town just like y'all, so I understand. We've been a long-time partner here in Mason going back 35 years. Couldn't be prouder of being a partner within the community. We're working on an opportunity to serve and meet the needs of
the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement at this facility, as a longstanding member of the community, it's important to us that the people of Mason and the surrounding areas hear directly from us about the facility. What will it mean? What won't it mean? Be a positive, valued community partner. So the mayor touched on a little bit, just the economic benefit to the community. So we are looking to create about 240 very paying jobs, starting annual salary of $55,000. We've already had several hundred people submit applications for interest in these jobs. We'll generate about $325,000 in property taxes, and when fully operational, another $200,000 for the community to use for economic development. In addition to that, the mayor touched on it, and I believe another gentleman did as well, benefit to the utilities here in Mason, and once the facility is open and operational, then you all will see the benefit from that as well. You all may feel that there's not oversight and accountability at the facility, and that is far, far from the truth. The facility will operate with strong oversight and accountability from our government partners, meaning that our government partners will have a presence at that facility while we're operating, including regular audits and on-site monitors. Both our company and the government partners share a deep commitment to humane care. We are fully committed to that. Our top priority is the safety of the people in our care, our staff, and the community. In addition to our own high standards for quality, we are contractually required to uphold rigorous federal detention standards. Again, on site all the time, ensuring that we're doing what we're supposed to do. We play a very limited but important role in America's immigration system. We have a long-standing zero-tolerance policy to advocate for or against any legislation that serves as the basis for or determines the duration of an individual detention. We do not get involved in policy at all. So that is my statement. I am going to leave that there. I hope that information is helpful. We are here to be a good community partner in the town of Mason as we have before, and to bring jobs and economic benefits.
All right, I want to, hey, excuse me. Before we finalize it, I want to ask everybody one question. All right, anybody live outside of the county of Mason? You can raise your hand. Raise your hand if you don't live in Mason. If you're not living in Mason, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you don't live in Mason. Yeah, all of you live in Mason. I don't know all of you. All who live in Mason. How many people live in Mason? Okay, one person. So you don't have any say-so about it. This town business. The city council and the citizen of Mason make a decision. Okay, we final vote on it. Final, 1 second, man. Final vote. We got 3 against 3. Vice Mayor, yes or no? Sing the reason. What? They say yes for the job. So we get it. Okay? We best. Thank you. All right?
So you have Mayor Norman voted yes. Alethea Harris voted yes. Carolyn Patron voted yes. Mary Mason voted no. Virginia Rivers voted no. Alderman Devan, he said, you voted yes? No. 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 vote yes, and Alderwoman Prowana Broadnax abstain. So the vote is 4-3.
We're moving for the next contract. Okay, we need approval for the contract between the town of Mason and the ICE. Let me explain to you before I start. Mr. Nathan, the city attorney, he's gonna explain, because we talk about it March 17, and between the town of Mason and the ICE there was some exchange, and we did the change, and right now we're waiting for the approval. And the city attorney, 1 second, man. City attorney, he's gonna explain to you what's going on with it. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Nathan Dix, and with my partner David Goodman, we represent the town, and our job is to make sure that if the town chooses to enter into these relationships, that the town's interests are protected to the maximum extent. And so it's your decision whether you choose to enter into these relationships, but I'm here to assure you that the way the documents are structured, they provide the maximum protection for the town for against any kind of potential liabilities. So the first agreement that you considered was the same agreement that you considered in March with the blanks filled in. The second agreement you're being asked to consider is an agreement that we received on Thursday afternoon. And the reason you haven't seen it is because we were working on it until yesterday when it got finalized. Essentially what you need to know is that all of the operational responsibilities lie with Core Civic. The town has no operational obligations, and Core Civic indemnifies and holds harmless the town against any claims. The town's only responsibilities are the ones that we laid out on that piece of paper, which are just administrative responsibilities. All operational concerns concerning the facility lie with Core Civic. So I'm happy to answer questions. Natasha from Core Civic is here. If you have questions about the operations or about the expectations of what the town's role is going to be, she can answer them. I'm just here to say that David and I, what we do is we represent municipalities, represent town cities all across this region, and our job was to look out for the town. It's your job to decide whether to engage in this agreement or not. But I just want you to know that if you make the decision that the agreement is structured to protect the town to the maximum extent. Abuse, the town has no liability for abuse and no involvement in the operation of the facility. So abuse is, if there were, okay, so the answer to your question is there is a termination provision, and that the town has the right to terminate the contract, and Core Civic also has the right to terminate the contract on 90 days notice. So if you learn of something that you don't like and you want to terminate the contract provides that you can terminate it with 90 days written notice. I said you can terminate the contract upon 90 days notice to Core Civic. If you decide,
For the attorney. Okay, thank you. All right. Any public comments, please? Any public comments? We try to be fair with everybody because we not hide anything, everything above the table. We try to get the Mason in the right track. We're going to stop Mason abusing, using, whatever. We start a new chapter for Mason If you want to be with us, you're welcome. If you want to against us, I understand. There's nothing against it. It's your ways, your thinking, whatever it is. But the end of the day is a win-win situation for Mason. It's not. No, and because this is why no. You're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You know for what? Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
So, first of all, it's a shame that you being an immigrant is actually going for this. I've seen what CCA does. Not too long ago, a citizen died inside of prison. So what's going to happen when the first one dies in Mason? You don't care, right? What's going to happen? I don't need the money. What's going to happen when the first inmate dies in Mason? You know what's going to happen once this starts working again? A lot of families are going to start being broken apart. I don't see any immigrant speaking up against this. I don't even think they knew this was going on. Those are the people directly affected. Where they at? Where they at?
How come you ain't got one up here on the panel?
How
come ain't one up here?
Oh, we being represented.
This really sad. This thing of
You guys just don't care. I mean,
white, and y'all let one immigrant run this town. This is really sad. The town of Mason is of black and white, and y'all let one immigrant come in here and run this town. It's sad.
it's upsetting on how you guys vote yes, but don't think about the consequences. A lot of people are going to be getting locked up without even committing a crime. And I'm talking about citizens, because I've seen it happening in Memphis already. People that are going to their immigration appointments are getting detained for trying to do the right thing. So how are you going to keep all these people safe in Mason County? That's all I gotta know. I want to know, and how are you going to respond when the first inmate dies? Because the way these facilities are, they're horrible. I've seen the one in Alabama, Etowah. It's sad. The one in Louisiana, the way these inmates are getting treated, the way they live, it's inhumane. So I would like to go see the detention center before it's even open. Have you been in there?
Let me be clear for everybody. The town of Mason and me, we not put the policy. We don't have nothing to do with the policy, wherever the inmate is. We don't have nothing to do with it. You know, we not change the law. We don't have nothing to do with the policy and the procedure about whatever the federal government or the core Pacific policy. We don't have nothing to do with it. This facility have been there for almost 35 years. We don't have one day. We don't have any problem. Did you live in Mason? Did you live in Mason? Okay, thank you. Have a nice day and Merry Christmas. That's it. That's it. You don't live here. You don't say nothing about nothing. Okay? Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Have a seat. I give you your time, and that's it, man. Yes, man. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing, man. We don't got nothing. Prove it. You don't got it. Give us a bar. You give a bar. That's it. Fight for the citizen. Go talk with the blue over people and show me the check how they are up there. Okay? I like to argue with these people I know, because these people don't have a ground to talk about. You don't know what you're talking about. Nobody not talking about nothing. Okay? Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
If you need money for the town, I got the first $100.
Okay.
You get a backhoe, but in the wintertime, to clean the ice and stuff all down the street.
Okay, can I tell you something? We don't have, let me tell you something. You know, we don't have money because people are stealing the money back in the day, and we have a problem. How I steal it? I don't need it. I think more than I take. You don't know nothing about nothing. Thank you. Have a nice day. Merry Christmas. Have a nice day. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. Thank you. Thank you, man. Cut it off. I didn't need it, man. Thank you. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. No more. That's it more. That's it. That's it, ma'am. Thank you. No more. That's it. We give out the... These people don't know nothing what you're talking about. All right? Yes, what do you say? Okay, what health scare?
I'm a resident of Tipton County. I've lived in Tipton County over 20 years. I have a concern because I live in Tipton County with my children. As we know, the budget bill that was just passed has cut money from health care all over our country. And I know you don't have, let me get to my question now, Mr. Eddy. Health care is being cut across this country right now for many poor people on Medicaid. We only have, in this rural county, we have one hospital in Covington. Do you anticipate that that hospital is going to be able to give adequate health care needs to the prisoners and the inmates in the concentration camp in Mason? And on top of that, because that's going to take away from the residents of Mason. I hope that, excuse me, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure everybody's thinking about how health care is going to be affected by not just the immigrants that are taken to this facility. It's going to be affected by everybody. Also, I would like to know, because CoreCivic said that they don't have anything to do with policies, and I just want the room to know that CoreCivic is a POC and has donated over $6 million in the 2024 election. So if you don't think that they're campaigning, this is what they're doing.
All right, I need a motion to accept the contract between the town of Mason and ICE, please. I have first by Alderman Kitron. I need a second. I second by Alderman Harris. Any more questions? I need a vote. Ms. Kitron, say yes. Ms. Harris? Ms. Mason? Okay. Vice Mayor? Okay. Okay, Ms. River? Okay, Ms. Buana? No. And the Mayor, I say yes. No. You say no. Say yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. We'll close in prayer. We'll close in prayer by Alderman River, please. We'll close this. Close the. Go ahead.
y'all need any help, let me know. Huh? Need any help, let me know.
ABC got it.
Yeah, you smart. Yeah. I just, hey, I'm, yeah. You have to cut this. Oh, I guess so, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, my name is Charles Brent Watkins. I am a citizen of Fayette County. And what I would like to say, everybody, if this could have worked when it was CCA, they'd still be here. Core Civic is CCA. It is the same company rebranded. It didn't work here before. I'm trying to figure out how let these organizations come into black communities and then just somehow overwhelm us with the few dollars that they throw on the table as crumbs while they take the majority of the cake back to wherever they came from. We've got to stand up for our vote. Because listen, you may think it's just going to be the immigrants, but it's going to be black folks when this is over. Because this will not be the end. This will not be the end. They are paying for this with federal monies. Your tax dollars are paying for this. And then you're going to find out that it's going to be your brothers and your sisters. It's going to be your sons and daughters who are going to that same prison. And when you talk about economic development, man, you all are in opportunity zone. Look at H.R. 1. You would find that you are a qualified rural opportunity zone. People will invest millions of dollars to come right here to Mason, Tennessee, because they get one of the best tax breaks that you can find. So there's a way for you to stimulate the economy without sacrificing the folk. There's got to be better jobs than that. Are you telling me these are the jobs that you want for your kids? Are these the jobs that you want for your grandchildren? No! You want them to do better than that, but you want them to be here in Mason so that they have an opportunity to make this city everything that it can be. So you are an immigrant. And I gotta say this, man, just the arrogance that you show is just horrendous to me. And I'm sure you're gonna have something to say. But it's almost as though you came over here and said, no, I got somebody that I could be better than. I got somebody right now that I could be better than. These are people's lives. It's not just the lives of the people that they're going to incarcerate. It's going to affect all of your lives. And you can best believe that this will follow you through the history of the Mason, Tennessee legacy. We better do something.
Tom Emerson, please. Tom Emerson. Stacy Trotter. Is he coming? Tom coming? Okay. Coming.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Emerson. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. First of all, I would like to say that I'm a former volunteer of the Mason Fire Department. You still can't hear me? I'm a former volunteer member of the Mason Fire Department. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I also am a United States Navy veteran, served 6 years on board, actually in the Navy, 4 years on board the Kennedy. And the most important thing is I have cancer and I'm going through chemotherapy. And the reason that I am here is to make a statement about the citizens of Mason, not the mayor. Apparently the mayor has already signed a contract with this national company, and we all know or should know by now, especially in the prison environment, that a national company is all about the money. They are not about helping the prisoners in any way whatsoever. This entire situation has erupted and gotten out of hand. Thank you, Mayor Eddie, for being so, I guess what you want to say is, it's all about him, it's not about you.
Civil Miller Watkins.
Good evening. My name is Sybil Miller Watkins, and I'm here to talk about the fact that this particular detention center will be less than 20 minutes from my son's high school. And when he graduates, this is not the job I want him to be able to have. We already know that you've decided to have this detention here. Tonight, you're here to decide how much a black and brown body costs, which is sad. It has been stated that this is a business investment. Well, anybody that's been through school knows that investment is about return on your investment. So I want to know what return is expected. A positive atmosphere for the community, the safety of the community, the building of jobs, the building of homes. I don't know, but I can tell you what my auntie said. All money is not good money. You voted in March to pass this detainment center, and we're asking right now for one of the aldermen seated at the table to move to rescind this vote and not allow this to move forward. And as stated before, if Core Civic will come, other opportunities will come. Because you are, Mason, let me tell you citizens, y'all are sitting in an opportunity zone as was stated. Opportunity zones are for the people who want to invest. You don't have to accept any kind of money. You can make a decision to build something great here in Mason, or you can decide to have an ICE detention center. Citizens, what say you? So when we think about it, it was already said if it was good enough when they were here before, why didn't it work? And who believes that it's going to work this time for the benefit of your children, your grandchildren, and even those that are here right now? So I'm sure that the aldermen are praying people, and I'm just wondering, have you prayed to your God?
Thank you. Stacy Trotter.
Good evening. Good evening. I just wanted to hip y'all to a little bit of knowledge when it comes to these contracts. As of July 27th of this year, ICE had 56,945 people detained in their custody. 71% of them have been innocent people with no more than a traffic citation to their name. The reason for that is because of the amount of contracts that have been issued to places like Core Civic. Core Civic has about 80% of the contracts right now for ICE. Under that, billions have been appropriated to them. More recently, they just had a little over $1.5 billion appropriated to them to privatize the handling of ICE. While they're doing that, in these contracts, there's a little language in there. It's a little language in there called a per bed quota. With that per bed quota, that gives them a little bit of wiggle room. That wiggle room allows them to be able to say, hey, we have room for 600 people. ICE is going to pay us for 600 people, even if we got 400 in here. And with that additional money, that gives me the opportunity to go into small towns like Mason, Tennessee, and get into the pocket of their leadership.
Thank you. Eloise Thompson. Eloise Thompson. No. Casey Bryant. Oh, she's coming. I'm sorry. Thompson.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eloise Link Thompson. I'm a Ed County resident, Mason, about 3 miles from where we are now. And let me just make a point. The detention center is 1 mile from where we are. The center of the town of Mason, 1 mile. I'm here today to message as best I can my no to Mason becoming a for-profit center for human suffering. And we need to understand that that is what we're talking about. I also believe very much so. It may be my immigrant neighbors right now. I'm next. I hear that very loud and clear as a fifth-generation resident of this area. I've gone, come back. I still have family in the area where my family started those generations ago before 1870. I have members, there were members of my family who were part of the first ones in Tent City. There are so many pieces of what is happening right now that resonates in the back of my mind of my grandparents, my great-grandparents, what they went through. This is no joke. I'm asking we take this very seriously of what we may be looking at moving forward and act that we look at our options. We have alternatives here. And for those who spoke about looking at other ways of our having the economic growth and development that are available, there are those opportunities that speak more to the character of who we are. And I'm asking that we do that. I stand with those who will. Thank you.
Thank you. Casey Bryant.
Hello, my name is Casey Bryant. I am an immigration attorney, so I know very well what's about to happen here in Mason. I have been doing immigration law for about 10 years, and I've talked to hundreds of immigrant people and know their stories. And their stories are just like our stories. And something like the West Tennessee Detention Facility being here in Mason doesn't just affect Mason. It isn't just a decision for the people of Mason. It's for the people of the entire region. People from Tennessee, people from Arkansas, people from Mississippi are going to be detained here. And it's not going to be the same people that are already detained. It's going to be new people because there's more beds to fill. There's going to be more people on the streets. There's going to be more militarization of our communities. And people of color already know that militarization of our communities is not good for communities. It doesn't make people feel safe. It doesn't create space for people to learn and grow and thrive. And communities like Mason aren't going to thrive with this kind of center here as proposed. And so I want to just have you guys consider what really is at stake for the community of Mason. It's more than just money. People have value way beyond what is their economic value. And, you know, it's really small thinking to just think about what can happen today, to think about what can happen tomorrow. Think about what our communities could look like if we have an expansive vision of diversity and we have an expansive vision of communities here in Mason, here in West Tennessee, here in the Mid-South, here in the United States. Thank you.
We hear most of the comments, and I can comment about what the people talk. Everybody hear me? Hear me now? I want to ask everybody, whatever against, and he say no to 4 Pacific coming out. You hear me? You hear me? Hello? You hear me? You hear me now? Okay. I want to talk with everybody say against, say 4 Pacific coming here. I want to talk about some facts, okay? This facility is built over 35 years, and it used to be for immigration. And I have been here for 27 years in Mason, and never see any dangerous or bad people, and everybody just talking about rumors, all this kind of stuff. You don't supposed to be there, whatever it is. Okay, if we're not gonna use this facility for ICE, okay, we want to put some criminal, a killer, people selling drugs, put it down here. So we have to use the facility either way. We're not talking about the policy. Did you know the town of Mason is not making any kind of policy? We don't have nothing to do with any policy. I agree with you, working hard about what's going on, but we don't. The town of Mason, we don't have any control of it. So, end of the day, I'm requesting the board to make a vote. Yeah, no, and anybody to make a vote. You say, you raise your names and you raise your hand and you say it. Thank you. I need a motion to accept the contract between Town of Mason and the Core Pacific. What? It's okay, but we have in the list. Maybe with the second one or the second contract we'll talk about it. Okay, I need a motion. I need a motion to accept the contract between the Town of Mason and the Core Pacific. I need a motion to accept the contract. What? I don't see anybody with okay the list up there. We have a list up there. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Opened that prison. The prison was opened by CCA, West Tennessee Detention Facility. It was contracted for U.S. Marshal and INS, Immigration Naturalization Service. It was contracted for that. Then after that contract went up, it was used to house D.C. inmates. And after D.C., it was Virgin Islands. And I think the reason why it was closed is when I